Lo, let the light descend, for I, Chamuil, deliver you now from every force of anti-love that has moved against you since you stepped forth from the great central sun with your twin flame. Therefore accept the sword of mighty love, accept the sword that is two-edged, that now cuts you free. I am cutting you free, O hearts of light, of all encrustations of all ages that have burdened your souls, your bodies, and your beings. And as I do this, I automatically make you emissaries of flaming love. Therefore be prepared to deal with the force of anti-love that will not leave you voluntarily. Therefore you must make the fiat with me. Be gone, forces of anti-love. 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 Now, beloved ones, I anoint you as emissaries of your people, your ancestors, your point of origin through the nations of the earth. And I use you to send this light to every nation for the binding of the forces of anti-love in their governments, their economies, in all aspects of the social framework of life. Therefore, in the name of God, in the name I am that I am, we say it again, and I cut again through you to the four corners of the earth. Be gone, forces of anti-love. 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 Now use the power of your third eye. See then the landmarks of the nations, the points and areas of the earth where you desire to see the tremendous armies of the hosts of the Lord who have come this day in answer to your call. See them going into those states and nations, those conditions, into the capitals of the nations, into these United States. Use your eye now as a beacon on the earth and see how many places you can visualize and therefore have this command repeated through you as I now establish the power of the sword wherever your vision so rests. Therefore repeat with me again the command in the name of your mighty I Am presence. Be gone, forces of anti-love. 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 Now I instruct you to understand specifically what is a force of anti-love. Love is God. Therefore, every force of anti-love is anti the God within you, the light within every person. Every force that violates the integrity and the honor of the soul and her God is a force of anti-love. Every force of hate and hate creation delivered by the fallen ones. Beloved ones, we stir up a hornet's nest this day, but it must be so. We cannot allow these fallen ones to prey upon the children of the light. Therefore, we force the question this day. We drive out by the fiat of the word those ones who remain in hiding, hiding before the face of the Lord, hiding before the messenger of the Lord, hiding before the sons and daughters of God. So understand, beloved, this day we have called the shot, and we say, we shall be proactive. We take the tail of the serpent and we bind that serpent force that is the anti-self of every individual upon earth. Therefore the angels go forth, and in this action, beloved, you can expect a certain amount of upheaval. You must therefore stand guard to invoke again and again the binding of these forces. Think of all that is moved against your flowering of your full God manifestation in tens of thousands of years, and understand that which opposes God within you is the force of anti-love. And insidiously it works against you. Insidiously it does insert inside of your own psyche through authority figures or parents or whomever, beloved ones, self-dislike, self-hatred, self-condemnation, self-belittlement, and worthlessness. These vibrations are subtle, but when they are tallied, they add up to your denial of the great God self within your being. To purge your own house of the force of anti-love is a means of preparation of your soul for wholeness and for empowerment. Empowerment by the archangels, that your fiats might ring forth and carry the weight of the Son, the daughter of God, who has determined to make it his mission in life to deal with the forces of anti-love, self-idolatry, tyranny over the soul and over others, the tyrant ego dweller, the dweller on the threshold that is there in the unconscious, ready to devour the soul as soon as she will rise. I am Chamuil, and I raise my hands and direct light into your heart. I reactivate your heart chakra. I am balancing its 12 petals. I give support through the threefold flame, the divine spark in the antechamber, the secret chamber of the heart. Know this then, beloved ones, that if you will allow me, and if you will use the mantra to Helios and Vesta, you will experience not only a tuning of the heart by the mighty tuning fork of an archangel, but also you will receive the expanded heart chakra, that you might deliver the force of love. And when that force of love flows through you, and you do not allow anything in your own consciousness to deny it, to limit it, to withhold it, then I say, know that nothing shall be withheld from you, for you shall have conquered that which is most difficult in all the earth. I will tell you why it is difficult. It is difficult because the forces of anti-love themselves are the entrenched fallen angels occupying positions in the astral plane in physical embodiment as well as out of embodiment. And when they find the man, woman, or child who is determined to be love in all directions, then, beloved ones, they go after that one with such persecution, with such hatred, with such moving against that one as contrived by that which is gossip and that which is untrue, as to bring upon that one almost the crucifixion of the living Christ. This day and in this hour you have great reinforcement by the hosts of the Lord, the ascended masters and the 7 archangels who come forth in a new day as we offer ourselves to you for your protection. Those who are able to give of themselves in this endeavor must know that the price to be paid to receive that crowning jewel of divine love is to be willing to wrestle with and put down in the name of God every force of anti-love. I must tell you this because it is true and it is real. Look at your saints and sages and heroes, the people who have led nations, who have given their all that freedom might move and be on the march in this age. Have they not all been persecuted, beloved ones? Therefore understand that in a nation where people take pain pills and medications to cover every form of pain possible, there is then the denial that the experience of pain has a noteworthy side effect. It is to enter into the understanding that many in the earth are burdened and are in pain, and it is also that by the power of contacting that pain, you go to the very root of divisions in your own members, in your own four lower bodies, and you experience transmutation as the very fire of God's love itself does sustain you, and you are sustained as you take your stand, not to cow before the fallen angels, the powers that be, the people that are pulling the strings in government, on Wall Street, and in the economy. Therefore I, Chamiel, come to you in the person of the angel of judgment, even as I brought the judgment of the Tower of Nimrod and the judgment of the people in their idolatry, that they could be as gods. I come therefore into this city for the binding of the forces that move against its victory. For this city is an ancient site of Atlantis. This city does focus the fullness of the all-seeing eye of God. And above this city is the temple of liberty. It is the temple of the action of the 12 hierarchies of the sun. And there the threefold flame and the Divine Mother have manifested the same ancient temple which was present here in the time of Atlantis. All peoples who require resolution with the heart of the Divine Mother and with the threefold flame and with the hierarchies of the sun have followed the rays back to this city and back to this temple, that they might go there nightly in that retreat for instruction. This city, therefore, is key, and it has always been key, even into that ancient continent. Understand that you are here for a reason, and the same forces of light and darkness that were juxtaposed on Atlantis are juxtaposed here today. The strangling effect on the economy of the city, on organized crime, the welfare systems that threaten to bankrupt the city itself, and so much manipulation in the money markets. These things are a stranglehold upon the people, and they are strangling out the flow, preventing the flow of the lifeblood of God into this place. Beloved ones, the tampering with the economy of the fallen ones has continued almost since the founding of this nation and in other nations and throughout history. The playing with money and the renting of money and the effects of usury has brought a yoke upon a people and a nation that defies resolution. Well, I tell you, beloved ones, the 7 archangels do have a plan for the resolution not only of the monetary debt of this people of America, but also of the karmic debt. We will not lay out that plan to you this day, for it has spiritual as well as physical action involved. But we will tell you that if you will keep the vigil with the archangels, you will see how we will inject into this economy those reasons that can be made plain and those actions that can resolve the crisis. I urge you, therefore, to stay close to the archangels as the messenger does go forth to proclaim us as living, vibrant beings in God, who are the helpers of all people upon earth without discrimination. We do not discriminate, beloved ones. We serve those who are most open to being served because they have opened their hearts to God and are of a devotional nature. Yet we assist all, for the hour of opportunity is at hand, and this opportunity must be seized and taken by every one of you. Why not commit a minimum of 15 minutes a day without fail to giving one of your favorite invocations from the angel booklet, just to maintain your tie through us, so that waking or sleeping we may pass the light to your chakras and bring resolution day by day? The problems in the economy and the national debt, beloved ones, are problems that defy human solution, and they almost defy angelic solution. There are only two ways out: collapse or victory. You might as well, beloved ones, go for the victory with all of your might, for if you do not, then the collapse will come. Know then that as much as there has been a manipulation of your monies and your funds and the systems of this government, so all of these things can be exposed and divine justice can come about. Your key position, which we depend on, is that you make the call and you demand the answer. We then give that answer in so many different ways. The forces of darkness are on the run. This you must be aware of. But they are like coyotes. As soon as they think they are not being watched, as soon as you drop the vigil, they move in again. Know then that the children of the sun and the sons and daughters of God who have been moving to this calling throughout all ages are in the hour when the greatest good can be accomplished. You have heard of the Fatima prophecies and of many of the messages of Mary, the mother of Jesus, as she has appeared in so many points of light around the earth. You have heard the warning then of those coming calamities, earth changes and wars and rumors of war. I tell you, there is yet time to mitigate these. Therefore move for the mitigation and make yourself as an angel of God, a pillar of fire in your town. Go be that pillar of fire. I, Chamiel, with charity and all hosts of God, summon you. It does not take 24 hours a day. It takes a commitment, even of a small amount of time, to keep yourself as the open door for us to step through the veil. We have all things except one, and that is a human form and a physical incarnation. Therefore I use the body of this messenger to speak to you, and therefore I will use your body to speak to the dark spirits for them to be bound. Yes, I will speak through you the words of wisdom. You must simply meditate and give me the opening that we might deliver to the world yet the solutions for this era. Shades of night are fast falling upon this civilization. The only hope is the star of the individual son or daughter of God. For when darkness covers the land, the only light is the spiritual light that you have garnered in your chakras, in your mind and being. Be therefore that light, that city that cannot be hid, each and every one of you. You have ties to all people on this earth, O beloved. I therefore, Chamiel, raise this sword once again. Be gone, forces of anti-love. 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 Be gone, forces of anti-love.
Be gone, forces of anti-love.
Now I perform a sacred ritual that is performed by the archangels and that is taught to you. Understand that when you take this sword in hand physically, and when you direct it as I have directed it before you, there is a light ray that goes forth from the sword that does not end. It crosses the entire spirit matter cosmos, and it does bind the force of anti-love on that line. Therefore, if you will take your sword and move slowly in a circle, and do this daily, as the messenger has demonstrated for many years, you will know that by and by you will have, in fact, contacted every line of controversy, every force of anti-love that has ever moved against you. Behold the chart of your divine presence. Behold the rays of light. Behold then how by the power of the aura of an archangel superimposed upon you, you may cut across those lines in all dimensions of being, in all directions. And if you use this for many years to come, you will contact every point of karma that you have ever made in any direction on any system of worlds, and you will be directing the fire of God for its consuming. By using this action, beloved ones, you are indeed manifesting the presence of the great central sun where you are. And by the repetition, you are literally carving a pathway of the sun rays of light to go forth from your heart. When you see the saints and see the Sacred Heart of Jesus, or the Immaculate Heart of Mary, or the hearts of archangels, or the purple fiery heart of Saint Germain, you can see that your heart will increase by exercise, by allowing this flow to take place. You can call to any of the archangels or the archaea. You can call to seraphim of God and say, "Oh, blessed angel, oh, blessed archangel, place your presence over me now, for I desire to send my love to the farthest reaches of time and space and into the matter cosmos." As you can imagine all of you doing this, and many souls doing it, you can see the crisscrossing of rays until the whole night sky is lit up by the stars in the earth. You, the superstars, you, the sons and daughters of God, who have recognized the power of your own causal body. You can call for this causal body and your mighty I Am presence to descend over you, or call for your Holy Christ self to descend over you and to perform this exercise through you as you do the physical ritual. So many simple things, beloved, can be done, which when you understand you are the power of God, the wisdom of God, and the love of God in your city, can accomplish great ends. Therefore I say, stir yourselves, move yourselves. Do not waste the moments or the hours. Do not waste them in senseless watching of television when you can use the power of God, of His camera, of His all-seeing eye, of His sending stations all over the universe to direct and to amplify the light of the heart. Oh, beloved ones, the capacity is within you. But the fallen angels have hypnotized you to believe that you are helpless. You are not helpless. You are the divine helpers of God. We say to you, get in the driver's seat, drive your own chariot, and know that you may also journey out of the body, and you may be with us, and you may be strengthened by us. The hour is late, very late, as Saint Germain has said, in terms of cosmic time. You have seconds to save the earth and turn things around, but those seconds for you may very well be years and the remainder of this lifetime. So know, beloved, that tremendous changes can take place if people stop dabbling in those things which only relate to the human self and the human body and the human mind. Transcend all of this. These bodies will not be your homes after another few decades. And thus, precious hearts, when you shall have fulfilled your lawful lifespan, you will understand that your body of light is waiting, and that deathless solar body is the body you weave by good works, by the science of the spoken word, by capturing and holding the energy of God. Blessed ones, you stand on the threshold of stepping into your own immortality. Now I say to you, be not satisfied that you will be immortal in so many decades, but be immortal now. Invoke ascension's flame. Raise up the mother light on the altar of your chakras. Fulfill your destiny. Fulfill your reason for being, and you will find that the process of becoming immortal is the process whereby you put off the mortal coil and put on the immortal coil of eternal life daily. Walk the earth then with transparent auras that might be filled at any moment by God, by us, that you hold the balance in your city, in an area of riot or organized crime. You are not helpless before these conditions, but you must agree to accept the condition that the messenger has taught you. Command the archangels in the name of God. Command light to go forth. Command the God flame, and do not be afraid to do this in your homes out loud. Do it with authority, beloved ones. I come to reconnect you to God by love, and therefore I say, be bound, ye forces of anti-love, for these very forces stand between you and your God simply because you have allowed them into your house. Do you allow strangers to come into your apartment or your home and mess up your house, mess up your place? Do you allow strangers to trample upon all that you have? No, beloved ones, but you have allowed these interlopers to come into your very body temple, to stand between you and the great victory of light. Remember, God is in your heart. You are God's, and you are in God's heart. More than this you do not need, except the practical application of the science of the law and the spoken word. I, Chamiel, admonish you. I have admonished you long, long, long ago, in another time and place, and in another continent. Some of you at that time, beloved ones, rejected my counsel, and the law has required that I wait all of these many centuries to return again. The time is fulfilled. I am here. I admonish you to go and be the God of love. Go and be that manifestation and allow nothing else to occupy you, and be ready to defend your citadel of love by the all-consuming fire of love that will, in answer to your call, consume all forces of anti-love. Yes, I am here, and I have placed a part of myself with you. May you keep me with you, for I will show you what God can do through you to make your life more worthwhile than it has been in many long centuries. I seal you now, and this time I throw to you flame of love, pink fire. Catch the flames, beloved, for this is the one my angels rejoice over, sending the flame that you may catch and keep it, and therefore know the ability to deliver true divine love to all who may receive it. I seal you now for your victory in this life and beyond. You can do it. Will you?
Yes.
Go with God.